Okay, as most people that study the Bible know, Matthew and Luke have copied their text from Mark. Mark is the earliest gospel, mostly acknowledged to be dated around 60 or 70 AD, years after Jesus. The average lifespan in the Iron Age is about 35 years old, or a little bit older. So Jesus actually lived his full life. He didn't die young. Um, yeah, so Mark, who the gospel is attributed to, it's probably anonymous, as all the gospels are. We gave the names to the gospels just to be convenient. So they are not written by first-hand accounts. They are written by a generation or two after the fact. Mark wrote his first. Also, there's the Gospel Q, called Source, and Matthew and Luke took from these Gospels. As you can see if you read them, there's sections that are word for word, and then of course they added their own myths and legends to their stories based on what was circulating verbally in the communities that they wrote from. Now again, I'm saying Matthew and Luke because that is the Gospels that are attributed to them, even though it's pretty much anonymous and we don't know who wrote them. There's parts in Matthew that are obviously flawed, like the virgin birth. He is taking that, the writer is taking that from the old Isaiah scripture, where the Greek translation of the Hebrew that he had was a flawed copy, whether it's malicious or if it's just accidental, but it is flawed. It is not a virgin, but rather a young maiden or a young woman or girl. So he purposely or accidentally used the word virgin in the gospel. Jesus was not born to a virgin, if he even existed at all. It's a complete twist. Luke, obviously, he has his changes also. So I don't know, I pretty much would challenge anybody out there, if you could take all the scriptures of Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John and make a chronological story of it, you will see the discrepancies between all the Gospels, the inconsistencies, and the contradictions. So I challenge you to do that, and know.